Hello and welcome to the show. I am Tophat. When I first started doing this YouTube channel, I mostly experimented with different types of videos just to see what sticks. One early video I'm very proud of was my Charlotte Braun video in my Forgotten Peanuts characters series. While I don't think that video was perfect, I'm glad I was able to launch a popular series for me. Another type of video I experimented with was the fan theory video. It all began one day when I was watching a series of Nostalgia Critic editorials, where he would ask a question and would do the best he can to answer it. I thought they were brilliant and that I should try my hand at an editorial or fan theory video. But the question remained, what kind of fan theory video should I do? I didn't want to do Peanuts because I felt at the time I was doing too many, and I never wanted this channel to be the Peanuts channel. So I started to think about different cartoons that had unanswered questions. And one I hadn't done so far was The Smurfs, a childhood favorite of mine. One of the nagging questions on that show was, why does Gargamel want to eat the Smurfs? I visited as many message boards as I could on this subject, and there weren't too many, and the few I found never tried to answer the question. So I thought, hey, I could try to answer the question. It seemed like a brilliant idea, where I would be the first guy on the internet that I know of who answered the age-old question, why does Gargamel want to eat the Smurfs? And I thought, this could launch me into doing a whole series of fan theory videos. I was so confident that this would get so much positive feedback, I began writing a bunch of scripts on fan theories. But there's a reason why that didn't happen. I have since taken down this video, and this will be the first time I'll show it in its entirety. If you want to skip ahead to my reaction and me sharing the aftermath of this video, click ahead to the time you see on the screen. Well, here goes. Hello and welcome to the show. I am Tophat. I love the Smurfs. It was one of the greatest animated series to ever be created for Saturday mornings. Even to this day, as an adult, I love watching it every chance I get. It's just that good. Like any true fan, I always rooted for the Smurfs to get away from Gargamel, that evil wizard who wanted to capture at least 6 Smurfs to change into gold, and the rest he wanted to eat. Okay, I understand wanting to change them into gold. I mean, greed is a prime motivator for any good villain. But to eat them? Now, that's a head-scratcher here. You see, Gargamel had never eaten a Smurf, and yet throughout the entire series, he would always state how great they taste and would lick his lips at the thought of eating one. How does he know they taste good if he's never had one? How does he know they're not poisonous? I've been on message boards that discuss this very topic, and nobody seems to have a definitive answer as to why he wants to eat the Smurfs. And most of them just make jokes about it. Like, some of the ones I've heard over the years in and out of message boards happen to be like, hey, Gargamel, Why don't you just order out for pizza if you're hungry? Do you need money? Because, I could loan you a couple of bucks until payday. Oh no! Gargamel has just eaten a Smurf, and he's found out they're poisonous. There's even an episode of Robot Chicken where Gargamel ate some Smurfs only to find out they taste bad. As great as the show is, Gargamel's desire to eat the Smurfs was just one thing that never made sense. Then I started thinking. Okay, bear in mind, I've never read any interviews with the writers of the show as to why they had Gargamel want to eat the Smurfs. This is all just my opinion and my opinion alone. So here goes. Duke Igthorn, the main villain from Disney's Adventures of the Gummy Bears, was kind of like Gargamel. Just like the Smurfs, the Gummy Bears were believed by most humans to be fairy tales. Duke Igthorn and Gargamel are some of the few humans who know they exist, and they'll do whatever it takes to capture them. Duke Igthorn's motivation for wanting to capture the Gummy Bears is because he wants to learn their many secrets, including how to make gummy berry juice. The gummy bear's juice that makes humans temporarily strong. He wants their secrets because he is trying to overthrow King Gregor to take over Dungwin. Now there's a guy who thinks big. Why doesn't Gargamel try to use the Smurfs to take over a kingdom? Well, this is where their differences lie. Igthorn is a duke, which means he holds a high position in life that few get to enjoy. He doesn't necessarily need the gummy bears to overthrow the king. He has an entire army of ogres to do just that. Even though he fails in his attempts to overthrow King Gregor, so what? He has an entire dukedom to go back to. Gargamel, on the other hand, enjoys no such position in life. In fact, every time we see him interact with other human beings, we see how pathetic he really is. Compared to the Smurfs, Gargamel is a giant. That makes him intimidating to them. To another human, he is actually about average height or smaller, meaning he can't intimidate most humans. He's also a poor man who flunked out of wizard school. In fact, one of my favorite episodes revolved around Gargamel wanting to go to a wizard's convention, but he isn't invited because the wizards don't believe Smurfs exist. When the episode would focus on the other wizards at the convention, they would talk about Gargamel from time to time, and what we learn is that they neither fear nor respect him. In fact, Gargamel's own mother doesn't respect him, and she knows the Smurfs exist. Okay, so Gargamel is a weenie. What does that have to do with his desire to eat the Smurfs? Well, in my opinion, because of his low status, eating the Smurfs gives Gargamel a sense of accomplishment. You see, he's not only has a low status compared to Duke Igthorn, but to other villains on the show like Balthazar, King Bulrush. Even Bulrush's mighty hunters, Sludge, Slop, and Slime, enjoy a higher status than Gargamel. Gargamel has no way of becoming king, since he's a pauper. He also isn't wealthy like Balthazar, and he doesn't have a position with a king like Sludge, Slop, and Slime. So, really, all he has in life is capturing the Smurfs and trying to eat them. So it is only in the eyes of the Smurfs is Gargamel somebody. It's when he's pursuing them and trying to eat them, does he have really any goals in life? I don't think Gargamel wants to eat the Smurfs out of hunger. He wants to do it because it's something he can realistically accomplish. And as for the possibility of them being poisonous, this might sound a little morbid, but he might not really care. Because, well, if you were as low status as Gargamel, would you really care if the Smurfs are poisonous? Again, this is all just my opinion, and it doesn't reflect on what the writers of the show had in mind when they had Gargamel want to eat the Smurfs. Anyway, that's all I have to say as to why Gargamel wants to eat the Smurfs. Let me know if you agree or not in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later. Why did I think that was a good video? For some strange reason, in a lot of my early videos, especially this one, I had this weird habit of bobbing my head up and down like this. I really don't know why I did that, but since I've stopped doing it. And also, look at the hair. Why did I think that looked good? And I've since tried to keep my hair trimmed so it looks better with the hat. But enough about personal appearances. It's very poorly edited, and I didn't do as many takes as I should have. I just kept stuttering all the time, and it really should have been reshot. Also, it took forever before I got to why I thought Gargamel wanted to eat the Smurfs. I was mostly trying to emulate the nostalgic critic, but did a very poor job of it. Well, anyway, I was very confident that this would get me a lot of views and a lot of likes, and I was hoping to open the discussion as to why Gargamel wanted to eat the Smurfs. I did get a few comments on this video, but not one of them wanted to share their opinion as to why Gargamel wanted to eat the Smurfs. The first one I got was from a guy who said, "If you want to be followed, don't move so slow." I asked him what did he mean by that, and he just told me to forget it. I don't know if he was insulting me or just doing a quote from a show or movie, but it was weird. And then I got another comment where a guy said he thinks I'm autistic. For the record, no, I'm not. That had nothing to do with this video. The third comment was one that I took slight offense to. And this is considering the fact I had someone tell me to kill myself in another video, and I just laughed it off. But anyway, what the guy said was, it looked like I was just reading off a message board written for me to follow, and that it was cringy. The reason why I take offense to this was not because he found the video cringy, but because he basically said somebody wrote the video for me. Every video you see on this channel was either written by me or just me doing it unscripted. If a video turns out bad, it's because I wrote it bad or shot it bad. I have nobody helping me making these videos. It's all me. And forgive me if I sound a little offended, but yeah, I took great offense to that comment. Then there's the dislikes. I've had videos before that got more dislikes than likes. I've had some that got nothing but dislikes. What made this different was how many I received. At first, it got 3 likes and 4 dislikes, and I had hope that over time people would come to appreciate this video, and maybe I could start a whole series of fan theory videos, and it didn't turn out that way. When it got to 8 dislikes, I couldn't take it anymore. I made the video private at first, and then later removed it. Rewatching the video again, I can't say I blame folks for disliking the video. Heck, if it had been me watching someone else do this video, I would have hit dislike as well. After making the Why Gargamel Wants to Eat the Smurfs video, I canceled all plans of making fan theory videos, and every script I started to write, I deleted. The closest I ever got to writing another one was for Roger Rabbit. The question was going to be, why did Judge Doom stick that shoe in the dip? And for anyone who cares, my theory was going to be because he kicked that guy in the groin. But I didn't want to go through what I went through with the Gargamel video. So on Twitter, I gave the choice which video I should do. That fan theory video, or one about why they never made Roger Rabbit 2, going in the history of it and whatnot. And somebody replied I should do one on the history of Roger Rabbit 2. So I went with that video, and I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. So, as bad as this video was, some positive came from it. It was the first video I ever did that got over 1,000 views. And that gave me some confidence that I could make videos that would get 1,000 or more views. And I've done quite a few videos that's gotten that many since, and better received. This may seem like a small thing, but I'm actually kind of proud of the fact I tried to answer the question as to why Gargamel wanted to eat the Smurfs. It was poorly executed, yes, but at least I tried. And I also chalked this video up as a learning experience. I learned how not to make a video, and I tried to improve how I talk and how I look on camera. So, that's something. It may not have turned out the way I wanted it, but at least I learned something. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.